Hello friends, my name is George, the nice smelling gentleman. So the month of February is already over and it's time for my monthly fragrance haul video. So in the month of February I acquired a total of 10 fragrances. Technically there are 9 because one of those 10 is actually a backup bottle. And first I'm going to get the cheapies out of the way, and I'm going to start with what's probably the cheapest fragrance in my collection, and that's going to be the Sergio Soldano White. Now, what this is a real sort of nostalgic type of fragrance. It has a real 80s type of scent to it. It's really strong, really fresh. It has a lot going on. There's lavender, there's basil, bergamot, orange, rose, cinnamon, musk, patchouli, cedar, a real fougere type of a fragrance with very strong projection. I haven't been able to test properly the performance, the longevity on skin, but so far this is proven to be a real interesting, real nostalgic type of a fragrance with a very strong projection and very strong barbershopy vibe to it. Sergio Soldano White. The next fragrance that I'm going to show you is going to be one from the house of Armaf, which is called the Armaf Craze. This is basically a clone of Parfum de Marly's Pegasus. This fragrance really resolves around the note of almond, with some nice vanilla amber sweetness to it as well. There's some sandalwood, some spiciness from a black pepper and bergamot notes here as well. Really close to the original scent from Parfum de Marly's, with really good performance, a sweet type of fragrance, a unisex type of fragrance, at least to my nose, with very good performance and dirty cheap, the Armaf Craze. The next fragrance that I'm going to show you that I acquired in February is going to be the Eternal Oud from the Lattafa Pride line. Now I did a review of this fragrance yesterday, I think, and this is another unisex sweet type of a fragrance with real nice, real realistic plum, syrupy plum note in the opening, and then dries down to a very nice mix of amber and vanilla with some tonka bean and some other touches in there. As I said, sweet fragrance, syrupy sweet, dense, with good performance and good projection and a pretty good price tag and nice looking bottle, the Lattafa Pride Eternal Oud. The next fragrance in this video is going to be one from the house of Ajmal, which is called the Ambre Pimente. Now this has been one of my best discoveries so far this year. A super nice cardamom, the fragrance that's based around the note of cardamom with some citruses and some cedar and amber on the dry down. Best way I can describe this is sort of take the cardamom, the real nice cardamom note out of the YSL La Nuit de l'Homme, amplify that by 10, and that's what you get in here. And surprisingly for me, this has been a real compliment getter. Pretty much every time I've worn this fragrance so far, I've had compliments from people that I know and from total strangers. The Ambre Pimente from Ajmal. The next chippy in this video is going to be one from Zara, which is called Zara Tobacco Collection Rich, Warm and Addictive. Now this is one of the better Zara fragrances out there in my humble opinion. It's a fragrance that mainly revolves around 3 or 4 notes. The note of honey, the note of coconut, a really nice tobacco note in here, and also a vanilla note, which I don't think it's officially listed, but I think it's there. If I have to compare this to something else, like how similar it is, it's sort of close to the scent of Mercedes-Benz Club Black. So this is like very unisex, rich, dense, slightly dark type of a scent, which works very nice in the colder months of the year, especially at night. And it's also dirty cheap from the house of Zara, the Tobacco Collection Rich, Warm and Addictive. And the last cheapie from last month was the Tux from the house of Maison Alhambra, which is basically Lattafa. Now this is right now probably the most hyped up clone of YSL White Tuxedo, and it's a very good clone. As you can see, they even tried to almost clone the bottle itself. Scent wise, especially in the opening, this is super close to the original scent. You have that very spicy opening, and then on the dry down, that mix of patchouli spiciness with some vanilla in here as well. Very masculine type of scent, goes very well when you're dressed up. I've been really enjoying the Maison Alhambra, the Tux. Okay, so with the cheapies out of the way, I'm going to show you now the designer fragrances that I acquired in February. And first one is going to be the backup bottle that I told you in the beginning of this video, and that's going to be the Mercedes-Benz Club Black. Now I really enjoyed this fragrance. I really love it. One of the best vanilla fragrances in the market right now. But availability has become scarce lately. Prices have gone really up, and my original bottle was running really low, so I was looking for a backup bottle, and as soon as I found a good deal on the Mercedes-Benz Club Black, I immediately pulled the trigger. The next fragrance that I acquired in the month of February, designer fragrance, was the Armani Code Absolute Gold. Now this is sort of a harder to find fragrance, a bit on the limited availability side of things. It's a fragrance that resolves mainly around a sort of a powdery tonka bean note with some nice touches from benzoin, some freshness from an orange note in here as well, some saffron, a bit of a spicy touch from a saffron note, and a really nice addition of an iris note. It's a very nice winter type of scent, a date night type of scent. I was able to find this because, as I said, it's a sort of a harder to find fragrance. I was able to find it for a good price, and I decided to add it to my collection, the Armani Code Absolute Gold. The next fragrance, designer fragrance, that I added to my collection last month was the Givenchy Gentleman Reserve Privé. Now basically this is the original DNA of the Givenchy Gentleman EDP with 2 added notes, and those are the notes of chestnut and the note of whiskey. And those 2 notes really elevate the whole scent profile slightly above the original EDP scent. Really nice, sweet, slightly boozy, slightly dark, mature type of scent. Make those 2 additional notes really limit the versatility of this fragrance, but they make it really unique and really great for the colder months, especially for our nighttime usage. The Givenchy Gentleman Reserve Privé. And the last designer fragrance that I added to my collection in this past month was the Valentino Uomo. This is the original. Now I already had the Valentino Uomo Intense Flanker, and I absolutely love that one, and so I was looking to get the Valentino Uomo, the original, to my collection. I found a good deal on this one in February, and I pulled the trigger. And what we get here is basically that same DNA that you get with the Intense version, but here you don't get that leather that you have with the Intense. Instead, here you have a very nice sort of chocolatey cacao type of note. It really makes this scent profile really classy, gentle, really sort of sophisticated, absolutely fantastic fragrance, the Valentino Uomo. And so guys, those were the 10 fragrances that I added to my collection in the month of February. I hope that you found this video interesting. If you did, give it a like, subscribe to my channel, stay safe, and I'm gonna see you in my next video. Bye bye.